Hello, beautiful people. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit-chatting. This is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development to really tell us what is up their sleeves. My name is Theophilus Sampa. I'll be your chauffeur for this particular insightful discussion. So we are talking about the sports of kings. They've been absent for a while now on the sporting calendar. But some good news, they are bouncing back because they are putting, according to them, they are putting their house in order in order to bounce back fully. So at least every weekend, we lovers of equestrian sports will have something to munch on in terms of relaxing and also socializing and networking. Some good news I can tell you is that the roads leading to the race course, the new race course at Borteyman, seeing some facelift because of the ongoing development for the African Games, and so that area, that road leading to or connecting to the race course is being given a facelift, and so you come in there, it will not be so difficult or tiring for you. So some good news there. So this weekend I hear the Ramadan race is happening, and we are doing the countdown here because I hear the horses and the jockeys and horse owners and everybody, stewards and everybody are really eager to come out and make a bold statement, and that even if the African Games are not part of the real event, they will be given an opportunity to do some demonstrations and allow people to have a feel of at the African tradition very well. Today in the studio I've been joined by the chairman of the Horse Owners Association. He's a horse owner. Horse Racing Association is a horse owner. Also happens to be a jockey as well, and everything. He owns so many horses. He's a polo player as well. We have Waseem Helwani in the house to help me really digest this one. Really, let us get a real feel. Why this gap from their last race? What has been going on behind the scenes? Currently, what is the state of the race score? What are plans in place to really put it in shape so you can come along with the family and friends as well? What is corporate Ghana saying to the Horse Owners Association or the Accra Turf Club in general, the overseers of racing in this country? So, Waseem, good to have you. And let me say, Happy New Year. It's been a while. I saw you there.
Happy New Year, Theo.
Where have you been?
I've been in Accra doing same. Just, being under a bit. We're trying to get more work done, so we're not making too much noise, but we're looking at progress, and that's what I'm in for. So hopefully, by the grace of God, we are getting somewhere with Spartan Knives and the Accra Turf Club. I think we're having a good symbiotic relationship, and we are trying to make things happen. We've not been out for too long. We had a last meeting, but due to the state of the race course and the area where we do our activities, we couldn't show too much on GTV because we weren't looking too good out there. The place was a bit bushy, and we had to do some facelifting before we could put our stuff on GTV. So we tasked the Turf Club to weed and get the place ready so we could have some clear videos and shots and some good content for GTV, because I guess GTV, one of our biggest sponsors, was not happy with the look of the final products we're bringing to be aired on TV. So we took a cue from GTV, sat with the Turf Club and made them understand that we'll have to look better out there, so we have to put the facility in a better place. Last year Spartan Knives sponsored all races we had at the race course in conjunction with the Turf Club, the facility owners, and then this year we said no, we have to get things rolling better, so let's clean up the place before we move forward. So that's what we are doing, while Spartan is working with the Accra Turf Club to have a long-lasting and relationship forever. We also took a sit back for a while we were preparing the place, and then I think things are moving in the right direction, so we've decided to come out and then give the people something to look at. So this is what's happening now.
So there's been this test, hunger for racing from both jockeys. Horses have been in the stables for a while.
People should understand that it's a livelihood for people, and it makes people's blood run through their veins. So when you are sitting idle, your horses are sitting idle, they are being fed, you have boys to take care of. It's very stressful, and in fact, there's no happiness in the work. So I think it brings life to everyone in equestrian sports, horse racing, to know that they can compete, to know there's something to look forward to know there's some small prize money that can help them with food and some recognition appreciation, at least for what they are doing, you know. So let's give it to these guys, you know. They've been great, and it's been a tough road, but I think we'll be getting there soon. You know, Spartan has put their word in to sponsor us for the whole year, and then we're also looking to better the facility and put some stands, bleachers, and certain things in place. So each time you'll be watching races, I think quarterly you'll be seeing some improvements with your captions and the facility. So we are praying that wherever they are getting the fans, God should just fill up their coffers so that they might endow us with what necessary, and then we can also flourish in our game.
So now let's look at the horses who are the main architect. I gather that there are new horses in town now. There are new ones. There are the old ones too have brushed off the dust. They are eager to really.
We move from made in Ghana, which is maiden or novice 1, and then you move up to 4C, 4B, 4B, 4A. And then so forth. Right now, the highest division is the 3A. So we've grouped 4B and 4A, and then we have 3A, 4C, and novice. So we are running 4 races at the time, at this particular moment. Horses that have won in the novice have been promoted to 4C. Horses that have won in 4C are now in 4B, 4A combination. And then the 3A stands as it is. So we have new horses that will be also joining them with very, very, very good, you know, experience handlers and trainers. So I think it's going to be very competitive, and it'll be something nice to look out for.
So viewers, very soon we'll give you a flashback of some of the highlights of some of the races that took place at the race course. So you have a feel of it. It's bouncing back, and I want Waseem to walk us through this particular Ramadan racing that is coming up. The tentative timetable. How is it going to look like? How many races should spectators expect? In terms of the number of horses to really be ready for the starters orders or the starters orders, what really are we to really expect? Paint that picture for us. Whilst our viewers have a feel of the previous races that we have some clips on. So whilst Waseem runs us through, you have the feel of watching that one too. So Waseem, let's go now. Let's talk about the upcoming Ramadan racing championship.
The upcoming Ramadan races is to, you know, get the guys, you know, out there before we go into the fasting period and the holy month of Ramadan. In the past, many of the horse owners were prominent corporate people, but we lost a lot of those people as time went along due to our issues we were facing. So the people that came to our aid were the chiefs of the Zongos and all other parties that had ceremonial horses. So when we were struggling, the ceremonial horses came to our aid and supported us to fill the gaps that some of the corporate Ghana like CEOs and other people used to fill before. So they are a big part of us. In the Muslim community is a big part of horse racing because they revere horses and they respect horses and use them for many of their programs. So they also use them not more than once or twice a year. So they also have horses sitting down that they bring and then to horse racing and let us have a bit of a crowd over there. So with the holy month of Ramadan, many of these people will be fasting and attending to certain responsibilities and stuff like that. So we want to do 2 weeks of hot racing.
2 weeks?
Yes, please. We want to do 2 weeks. That will be this Saturday and the Saturday after. And then we'll break for Ramadan. So while we are in the holy month of Ramadan, we'll be giving the facelift to the place, trying to get some nice seating for people and invited guests and stuff like that. Then after Ramadan is over, we'll do the Ramadan Cup. That will be the cup races. That will be another 2 races to complete the meeting. But for this year, Spartan has guaranteed their support for the year, and we are looking at about 7 meetings, which will be about 28 races for the year. And this will come, this will be, the calendar will come out with Mohammed Jarrah very soon. He has presented it. I'm looking at that with my sponsors for the green light, but the sponsorship has been given the green light. We're just looking at in terms of the calendar and what will be in our way and how we're going to go about it. So we are finalizing that. So we are giving people, a taste of Spartan and a taste of Accra Turf Club was good, a taste of some new horses, and a feel of what's about to happen. So this is actually the beginning of the year for us, and there's so much more to come. But after these 2 races, we'll take a short break and allow our brothers to observe the holy month, do their fasting, and as soon as they are done, then we take it up and continue. If we don't wait for them to do this, and most of them are out, we'll not have a good turnout in the track, or our turnout will not be up to what we'll be expecting. So for now, we find them very important, and we want to give them this time just to go back and, you know, get into their
the last time there was a major championship, the spectatorship alone, from where I stood and watching, we had more than 700 people coming around to just come and have fun.
Yeah.
We saw more than 100 horses being paraded in different categories. Some even did not feature at all, but they were around. And in this particular one, with that gap, are we going to see all the horses being chauffeured to the arena for people who haven't seen so many horses before, who are even first timers to racing, will just come along? And then, because I you know the way I do my things, I nose around. I saw some new faces, I just got to them. Do you love horse racing? They said this is the first time they even seen a horse, and even knowing that there are so many horses in Ghana.
Yeah.
And so,
there are so many horses in Ghana. So many horses in Ghana. You know, even between the police and Bema Camp alone, you have so many horses. And then we have Obimpe, that's from Bema Camp, who comes with Ofori. They have some horses. They sometimes participate. We have a new guy called Mr. Sam. He has his horse at the police and rides with the police. He'll be also showcasing about 2-3 of his horses. That's for the security services. Then we have the ordinary people. We have people from the Polo Club. So it's a broad. We have people from Zongos. We have people all the way in Teshinungwa, Alpha Stable. We have the Gallop Stable now, American Stable. We have so many stables that are going to be representing this time. And there are a lot of new horses that have come in. You know, Theo, right now the winnings are not so great, but they are far better as compared to what we're having before. Spartan has improved upon it, and the quality of the horses are getting better. So people are not really getting cash money value, you know, like a big prize money, but they're getting value for their horses, because they get the chance to pit their horses against the better horses and create a new value for their horses. So in some cases, some people have been able to resell their horses for a higher price to different owners and have brought in new ones to come and see what they can do. So I feel like gradually we are going somewhere. Owners have started getting a little bit more value, and then the cash money is distributed among the boys to at least keep them going. So we are working it up from there. Soon maybe we'll have a horse race that will have some very large prize money, and I think it will be worth a while for all of us. So
I remember the last time we were here, we were talking about how to really raise revenue and get corporate Ghana on board. We're looking at, you guys were looking at getting closer to the multinationals, the telcos, for instance, the banks, to really sponsor a race. And we're looking at how much it will cost for a race to be organized in one day. You guys were coming out with some ideas. With this season, you starting and giving us this Ramadan first 2 weeks, you go back and then come and race for another 2 weeks to wrap up the Ramadan season. Are you looking forward to other opportunities that maybe in terms of partnership? Now we know Spartan Eyes is around to sponsor you. Are we going to see you getting closer to the tourism ministry to really see any package for you guys? What really, I know there are so many, but if you can give us hints so that we know that indeed, because the ministry will be watching us, okay, what are they doing? Can you just organize a race in honor of the Minister for Youth and Sports to really come and see, because Borteyman is just closer to the race score?
We'll do that for him. And I'll take it upon myself to do a special race for the Ministry of Sports. You know, the reason why we went silent a bit, Spartan is also trying to work with the Turf Club to do a management agreement, because clearly the place needs a lot of funding, and some of this funding might come from different organizations, but it must be properly, there must be proper understandings as to how the business is going to be run. As of now, we are not making any money because there's no betting. But the aim and objective is to finally get betting into the horse racing, where like national lotteries are doing now, *959#, you can stay home and then bet from your phone on national lottery and get paid to your mobile money. So in the future, we are looking at something like working with national lotteries and working with other betting companies and even foreign companies. We have investors we are looking at coming in from Dubai through Spartan and other avenues to come and set up veterinary services at the race course. We want to try and do food production for horses and give it to lower income earners for subsidized prices. We want to set up a clubhouse with betting, foreign and local, with screens where people can bet even from their homes. And this is where revenue starts coming in. But then you can't do all this if you are not having a minimum of at least 20 horses in a race, 80 horses per day, you know, to give people the odds they are looking for and to give people for the value for their money. So it's a very big thing that we are working towards. But, you know, I'm now with Spartan and we are also looking for our interest. So we are taking it one step at a time. We don't want to rush in and then, you know, the Turf Club is also revamping and reorganizing themselves. So we are working together hand in hand. We are trying to make this happen. It's been a long road, and I know we all have to see the day where we can all benefit. And you have helped us for so long. GTV doesn't take no money from us, you know. Without you, Spartan and Accra Turf Club Horse Racing, we are nothing. So big thanks to GTV, and we'll always serve you and revere you. You know, but as time is coming where I think there'll be money in it for everyone, and this is what we are looking for. We are almost there, but we are not there yet. So until the agreements and negotiations have gone through and we have a proper concrete transitional and management agreement with the Turf Club, until we have our foreign sponsors coming in to set up the necessary facilities and really put a big facelift to it. I have stuff on my phone where even the sketches and everything have been drawn, but we are working slowly and we are working cautiously to make sure that we can have a symbiotic relationship, and this will go a long way for Ghana in terms of sports and horse racing for the whole country. So this is what we are looking at. We are looking at working with all stakeholders, Ministry of Sports, GTV Sports, our anchor and our main backbone, and all other sports channels and people that are enthusiastic about Christian and horse racing. So this is a really big project, but we are just starting somewhere, you know. And Spartans don't talk too much, you know. We are just for war, so we are fighting the war. And I know we are going to win. So this is, every now and then we have to come back, give you something and let you know, we are not sleeping, you know. We are out there working hard, but there's a lot of stuff that we have to put pen and paper to. And this was just delaying us a bit.
Okay, so before we check out from the studio, due to time constraints, you know, we used to have the SESA games, the security services games. Currently, as we speak, my check says that most of the security agencies do have horses. They own their own horses. And so, would there be a time that you look at creating a competition between the security services, or those SESA games maybe at its place, just for them to come and show? And they do so many things in equestrian sports. Sometimes I see the security services embarking on gymkhana, doing so many things. You guys, some of them play polo. So can't we have something in that area only for the security services, so that we whip up that interest also from that angle? So, you
know, with equestrian sports, we have different disciplines, but with horse racing, and especially horse racing in Ghana, it is open to all. And when I say all, I mean every single person. We don't discriminate. Anyone with a horse can get into Horse Racing Association or can get into the Turf Club and can participate in horse racing and be relevant. We don't discriminate. We don't look at poor. We don't look at rich. We have people that are working with horses, but they are not well-to-do people, but they end up coming to race to also find something small for their pockets and for their horses to feed on. So we are open to all. And when you look at the security agencies and the horse trainers, workers, we all link up, work together. I'm always with Obimpe on the phone. I'm always with Ofori, even though he's on course in Lebanon doing peacekeeping. Ofori calls me constantly, and you know, Ofori is a product of the Polo Club that through horses became a soldier. So even with horses, we are feeding the army and feeding the police, because there are certain people that are disciplined and then have to be relevant to them, and they end up working with them. They offer them jobs and stuff like that. So our relationship is gone a long way, and it's going to go a long way. And for us, we are open to everyone, especially the security services in Ghana.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So that's the chairman. You know, when the chairman is talking, he has a lot to say. So Chairman Waseem Helwani, thank you very much for your time. And then everybody at the race score, everybody part of racing, we say thank you. Get ready, because this Ramadan Cup or racing will be great. And families and friends, let's be at the race score. Let's socialize. Let's network. And at the end of the day, we have great fun and de-stress. My name is Tufila Sampa. The page returns same time tomorrow. Bye for now.